All right, hello, everybody. I need to enter in this SMS code so I can have closed captioning. Uno momento, por favor. Let's enter that in. Let's see. There we go. How is everybody doing? Is there anybody here right now? But yeah, we're having a good time today. I'm gonna be doing some fluid art. Well, I already did some fluid art before. I'm just checking some shit and we'll go. So I did some fluid art. Why is it dark here? It is right here. You can hear. Wait, you can or can't hear? You can hear, okay. Hello. How are you doing today, Painting Polish? So happy to see you. I love your little hamburger helper. Thank you, thank you. We are doing, did this turn off or down? Just turn down. I am having clearly issues. Hello, Danny, thank you so much. By the way, if you are observing the boycott or no buy, A, feel free to not subscribe or do anything for here because this will go to Amazon. And B, feel free to also not shame anybody for doing so. You're far wherever you are. There. Hello, Sassy Dog Mom. Hello, Spadazzles. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Earth Girl. Hello, Holly. I am so sorry that the Labyrinth notification went out. I just completely forgot to change my titles and everything. I just completely forgot about it. It is not Labyrinth. It is not Labyrinth. It is Toxic Avenger because I talked about this a bit, but I was researching some of the actors from one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Thank you for the lurk, Melissa. Which is Murder Party. 2007, I believe, is the year it came out. Because there's been a couple of Murder Party movies. I love it. It's amazing. It's this little indie film. It's so much fun, especially if you're an art student. And it's my favorite movie to watch on Halloween. Absolute favorite. And I just love it so much. So I was looking at the actors. I found out that one of the actors has been really prolific ever since, although I haven't really seen him in anything. And he also directs. And I found out that he did a remake of The Toxic Avenger, came out in 2024, and then was kind of lost in distribution hell. And it just found out recently that they're going to be releasing it in on Labor Day weekend, I believe. They're going to actually be releasing it. It stars Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. Holy shit. It stars Elijah Wood as the main villain. Holy double shit. Elijah, our boy that we love so much. He's going to be in this. Kevin Bacon's in it. And also, if you look in the cast list, the lead character from Murder Party, his name is Christopher S. Hawley. As Alexander in Murder Party says, as he gets his wallet, he goes, "Christopher S. Hawley, you're old." The actor Chris Sharp is in the movie and he is credited as C.S. Hawley. So I think there's gonna be a little cameo. So fucking excited. So I'm gonna do nail art for it. I'm very excited. Elijah, we love our Elijah. Everyone loves our Elijah. If you don't love Elijah, consider changing that about yourself. Our boy, yes, Kevin Bacon is in it. You will be able to use this movie if you are a 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon player. You will be able to use this movie to connect Kevin Bacon to the entirety of the Game of Thrones cast. Now, I am sure, and the entirety of the Murder Party cast. Now, I'm sure that there is somebody else, at least for the Game of Thrones cast, that you already could have, because Game of Thrones is huge. But exciting news for me and my Kevin Bacon scenarios. Although the only person who I know from Murder Party that's like done anything else is Macon Blair. But he was in Oppenheimer. So that's a big one. That's a big, yeah, finally, Earth Girl, finally. It is an all-star cast. And people were saying it was unmarketable. It's marketable for me. I saw the original Toxic Avenger when I was a kid, and I really, really loved it. And I think I watched it I think I watched it as a teen too. I need to watch it a third time, obviously. I think I watched it a few times as a kid though. And it's classic Troma. Troma is this like budget movie studio that does like extreme like practical effects and gore and stuff, and they're just like very campy, very tongue-in-cheek. But speaking of very campy, very tongue-in-cheek, Earth Girl on Easy, do you know what I watched? Do you know what I watched recently? Because it is relevant to your interest. I'm also going to show you the poster for this new one. Let's go. Oh, 2023 is when it came out. I watched Earth Girls Are Easy. And if you go into night blogging in the Discord, you can find my live blog of it. Because I did live blog it as I was watching it. Yeah, it was quite, y'all, who here has seen Earth Girls Are Easy? Who has seen Earth Girls Are Easy? Because it was such an experience. I loved it. I loved it. I feel like if you don't love Earth Girls Are Easy, you're just taking your life too seriously, because it is so freaking campy. Oh my god, I just realized, I'm not going to share this, but I think I found C.S. Hawley in a picture from the movie. It's incredibly a very gory image. I'm not going to share it, but yeah, I just want to share, I'm just going to share the poster with y'all. Can we get the poster? Can we enhance the poster? We cannot enhance the poster. Okay, I'm gonna screen share it for you. I'm also gonna close my window here. Can we get this bigger? Can we enhance? Thank you. There, enhanced. This is basically what's happening on my nails today. And that's why I have this, stuff. Yes, you've seen it, but you've seen it, Lauren, because I'm a blonde. Yeah, because I'm a blonde. Yes, that was a very special scene. The I'm a blonde scene. It came out of fucking nowhere. So, basic plot of Earth Girls Are Easy is that there is Gina Davis, who is a nail tech. She says literally a line that's like, I don't know anything about anything if it's not about nails. And I'm like, girl, fucking same, actually. So it's her, Gina Davis, and her husband, her fiance is cheating on her and lying about it. And being so dumb. He's a doctor, but he is so fucking dumb. Everybody in this movie is dumb. Like, part of the way through it, I was like, oh, I get it. They're all dumb. Everyone in this movie is stupid. And like, that's the point. And how the moment that I realized that was there are these aliens that said they were from Finland. And then, what's her name? Gina Davis, her character was like, Finland's the capital of Norway. And I'm like, oh, so you're all just, everyone in this is just dumb. Okay. I can vibe with this. I'm not gonna like keep worrying about who's dumb and who's not and who's right and who's wrong. Everyone in this is just fucking dumb. It's stupid and great, and I love it. So anyway, there are these aliens played by Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and Damon Wayans. I believe Damon Wayans. And they crash land in her pool. Their spaceship crash lands in her pool. And so she takes them to her friend who's a blonde and is a hairstylist. And she like turns them from like, let me show you the aliens from Aliens, Earth Girls. Let me show you what the aliens look like. Okay, yeah, screen share. These are what the aliens look like. And her friend like turns them into just some hot dudes. Like turns Jeff Goldblum into Jeff Goldblum. I find it so funny when Jeff Goldblum is being presented as like, here we go. Here's like I'll open the image of the news tab. I find it so funny when he's being, I don't want to go to Facebook, but I guess we're going to Facebook. I find it so funny that he's like a stud, even though he totally is. It still cracks me up a bit. Furries Awakened. Yeah, straight hotties. Exactly. Yeah. I would say the least hottie in this is probably Jim Carrey. And actually Gina Davis, when they're leaving, she's like, oh, what's his name? Whiplock? She's like, oh, Whiplock, I think I'll miss you the least. Kind of like hearkening to, whatchamacallit, to, that movie with Judy Garland, fucking Wizard of Oz. Anyway, like, I'll miss you most of all. She's like, I'll miss you least of all. So yeah, her friend who's just a stylist is like, I can fix them. And she fucking does. It's so funny. And yeah, so she falls in love with Jeff Goldblum and they have like acid trip sex and she breaks up with her boyfriend And like there is this incredible dance off between Damon Wayans and this other guy who's like clearly a entertainer, like a triple threat entertainer. He's like that was like maybe my favorite scene, the dance off between Damon Wayans and that guy. It's really funny, and like the aliens just kind of repeat stuff that they say, and I think that they watch like a commercial that's like, is your hair limp and unmanageable? And like at one point Jeff Goldblum is like talking to Gina Davis, and he's like, are we limp and unmanageable? And she's like, no, you guys are fine. I was like fucking dying. I was fucking dying. Highly recommend. I believe this is on Prime right now, so like check it out. It is just a dumb, fun time. Kevin McKeon from all the Christopher Guest movies, and Luna always remembers him from Laverne and Shirley. He's, what's his name in Laverne and Shirley? Squiggy? Lenny. He's the other one. I have watched like the intro to Laverne and Shirley a million times, and I'm not sure I've ever actually watched the entire an entire episode. Yeah, Lenny. He's in it. He is really fun. It's set in LA, and like, if you are from LA and know LA landmarks or know LA landmarks, it's so funny. They go to a club that's like got all these neon signs. The club is, I'm almost certain they went and filmed there. The club is the Griffith Observatory, which is this very famous observatory in LA, known for its Art Deco stylings, used in a lot of movies like The Rocketeer. That's where the dance off happens. It's at the Griffith Observatory. It's so fucking funny. And also there is an oldies station in California called K Earth 101, and it might be in other places too, but we definitely have it here. And she's like listening to it, and this is in 88, and they're playing the B-52s, and it just cracks me the fuck up because like they would not be playing that. They would not be playing that in the year of our Lord 1988. By the way, I'm growing my hair out on this side because I want to make it easier to cosplay Brahms Heelshire and Collins from The Terror. They have very similar haircuts, and I could definitely do their haircuts, so I'm doing that. Hi, son. But yeah, it's so fucking funny. Everyone's so dumb. What I will say about this movie is it's one of my favorite types of media where regardless of if you enjoy it or if you don't enjoy it, a person had an idea, they did the idea, and they executed it flawlessly for the idea that they had. So you might like it, you might not like it, but like they did it. It's done. So anyway, that's my take on Earth Girls Are Easy. I've also been watching The Terror. I watched it 2 times, and The Terror is a 2018 AMC show that actually had some other seasons, but it's an anthology show now. But it follows the Franklin expedition, the doomed Franklin expedition from the 1840s. They were trying to find the Northwest Passage, and they all fucking died. And the show is really good and also pretty problematic in a number of ways, unfortunately. The gay representation is awful. And the native Inuit representation is questionable. I think that the native Inuit characters were really good characters, unlike the gay characters, who I thought were bad characters, just like overall bad characters. I'm like, you shouldn't have written this. This wasn't good for anybody in any way. This wasn't like compelling cinema. And also, this is not like a fair representation of gay people, in my humble opinion. I don't mind if you make a gay villain, but A, make it interesting, and B, perhaps make another explicitly gay person who's not a villain. But yeah, the villain is like so fucking evil and irredeemable in the dumbest ways. And I kind of feel bad for everybody involved in that. But yeah, consider the frickin' Terror a problematic fave for me. It's a problematic fave. I recommend it. And I also recommend, and by the way, I've been base coating a Hellraiser puzzle box. So that is why my nails are, or my hand is like covered in dark, in black. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Really liked it, and I'm on my third watch through. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can like actually see what I'm fucking doing. I have my camera flipped over for group streams, and I think we have another one of those on the 8th. I'm not sure, but bingo is on Sunday. Bingo's on Sunday, so be here for bingo on Sunday. Me and Danny in our natural habitat, online shopping. That is our natural habitat. Am I zoomed? You know, I think I'm zoomed. I think I'm zoomed in is what's happening here. Why is EA open? Why is EA open? And why can't I find my LG studio? I'm zoomed. Let's unzoom. I am so excited about bingo. We had such a good time last time. Oh my God. It is Under the Microscope is the theme this time. I need to fix my life here. I need to fix my whole ass life here is what I need to do. I need to get my shit together. All right. By the way, I was wearing Grumpy, gifted to me by Khaleesi Selena. It is so beautiful. I got so many comments on it, and like honestly, people never comment on my fucking nails when I go out. I'm always very disappointed that people don't comment on my nails. You have no fun. We are pronouncing this wrong things after the podcast this week, and you're kind of sad. I'm so sorry. But at least you can complain about your company gift that you didn't get. That was like an absolute piece of shit anyway. I smooshed my pinky, and I am looking at it right now to make sure that it didn't actually break. It did not actually break. A little bit like there's like this little like kind of floppy piece of nail over here on the corner, and that broke a little bit. This freaking light, I hate this light. It actually is not really making much of a difference to my setup at all, but when it's like warming up, it like flickers. It's weird. What time is bingo EST? Okay, so 4 p.m. PST, so that should be 7 p.m. for you. That should be 7. If I turn this all the way off, it is darker. Can I just like change the exposure a bit? Can I just change, can the ISO go up and we just like pretend? It's pretty good. None of them know if they got it or not, but I'd be surprised if they screwed all the admins. It's so weird. That's so freaking weird. It's weird. So Sun's company sent out gifts, but they were like $2 sets of like wooden reusable like bamboo cutlery. And they look disposable is what they look like. They look pretty shitty, not gonna lie. Oh sorry, $2.99. Are you out of your mind? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have talked shit about your company that way. Oh my goodness. I'm so dynamic. I feel like my face is very dynamic right now. This lighting. Oh my goodness. It's been kind of a wild week, but also a really like kind of fun and interesting week for me and the husbando in our life. So husbando and I had an interesting Uber drive the other day, or Lyft drive actually. We tend to use Lyft. Hubs actually knew the person who started Lyft because he dated Hubs' sister. But anyway, we don't like know him anymore, or like I've never known him. I just know the stories. And he seems like a nice guy, like no complaints in these stories. But so we were using Lyft, and it was kind of like a long Lyft ride. So Harvey had to post them on like Reddit all over the internet. He also did your crappy job because at least it pays well. I said it pays well. Yeah, no, please don't do anything to incriminate thyself. But yeah, so Hubs and I were in this Uber, and we got picked up by this guy in a Tesla. And the guy was very nice, and we had an Uber drive or a Lyft drive earlier that day, which I won't go into too much detail about, but it was not good. One thing that happened was the guy handed me his phone and was like, enter the address you're going to into my phone, and I'm like, why? We're on Lyft. It was really strange, and that was just like the beginning of like just some really strange behavior. But this guy was also strange, only not in a way that made me like fear for my life and sanity. It was just like really weird. So like basically this guy just started telling us his like fucking life story, and I guess that like according to him, is a director, but he works mostly in the Asian market, and he is driving Lyft to like get in the headspace for like a script he's writing. And he also had a friend. He said he had a friend who directed, and like the thing is, everything I've like double checked him on, that like there wasn't a lot that I could like really like actually glean, but everything I double checked him on like actually was true. So like who knows, maybe this dude is everything he says. But he's like, I had a friend who like directed Kong Skull Island, and then he took like 8 years off, and now he's directing the Gundam movie. And so he was talking about his friend, and yeah, I was looking it up, and his friend, and that is a person. that's a person who exists. The person who is directing the new Gundam movie, which I didn't know was a thing, but it is, directed Kong Skull Island and took 8 years off. So if he was lying, he did some pretty good research to do that. But the thing that like really sticks out in my mind from this Lyft drive is that the dude was like, oh, and I'm like doing these rides to like, you know, meet people and get ideas for characters and like whatever, and like maybe you two will end up in my movie. And it's like, dude, you're not even talking to us. Like, you're talking at us for sure. And like, I do think Hubs and I are really interesting. We've got quite a life we've lived. But he doesn't fucking know that. He didn't ask. And I'm not gonna like volunteer. I'm not gonna sit in this Uber and volunteer all of my like life details, especially since I'd be competing with this guy telling me his life details. Let's see. You're such a doofus. You said Asian market. I thought, yum, I'd love to grab a Malona bar from the Korean grocery. Perhaps he works in the Asian market. Perhaps if you go to get your groceries, he will be there. Only he's from California. So you recited Wikipedia page to you as if it was him? No, he said it was his friend. He did say it was his friend. He's like, oh, I was really proud of my friend because he did all this stuff. Yeah. Him, like, I looked up his name. Now, there is a chance he uses a different name or something, but I couldn't, like, find him on IMDb. But, yeah, I did find the friend. So, yeah. This could be true, but yeah, he was very attention-seeking, I would say. Just telling your entire damn life story to, like, just fucking strangers in your cab. It's a weird thing to do. All right, so here is the look for today, and then I'm gonna be doing some stuff on top of it. I did just realize though. I did realize something. I'm gonna need to do a third one of these because I'm gonna be doing black art over this, and the black on both of these is just a little bit too like intense. And so I need to do one in all greens just for either my middle finger or my ring finger. I'll probably put it on my middle finger because my middle finger has more space. I wish somehow I could make my ring finger have more space than my middle finger, but that would also look weird because it looked like very different. Yeah, he did want some praise and validation, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it was so bizarre. And then he, like, every time he would, like, the conversation would lull, he would be like, well, that's all I have to say, so what? I'm like, I didn't ask you to say fucking anything. And he was like, I didn't say that to him, obviously, because I'm not a total asshole. Like, if my Lyft driver just wants to talk my ear off, like, I'm just going to accept it. I'm not going to make a fucking scene. I'm just going to accept it. But like, I'm like, I would much rather just like be in the back of this car with my husband talking about like, you know, anything else. Anything else. That's what I would like to be doing. But instead I'm listening to either Your Truth or Lie or whatever. And I used to live with a pathological liar. And like, that wasn't as bad as it sounds. He was really, really nice and like didn't do anything shady really to me. Although I'd heard he'd done shady things in the past, just like kind of having to do with like lying about, you know, having money or not. But like, yeah, so sometimes people will lie about the weirdest shit and you just gotta be like, and that to me is the most annoying form of it. Not the most harmful form, but the most annoying form. When you're talking to somebody and they're just lying about shit that doesn't matter. I'm just like, at least make this interesting for me. I'm taking time out of my day, out of my schedule to listen to your lies. At least tell me something fun happened. Don't just lie about the restaurant that you ate lunch at. Don't be like, I went to KFC when you actually went to Subway. That's not interesting. Life is a show, and I want to be entertained. Oh my God, speaking of life being a show, I have so much like random shit to talk about today. I started playing this game called The Crush House. Oh my God, it's so interesting and fun. Damn. Okay. Damn, Daniel. I like this fluid art so much better than I like the other fluid art. I actually think I might change. I think I might. Yeah, isn't it fucking annoying? Hello, Luna. Did you just get here? I was talking about you a second ago. I was just saying that you enjoy, that you liked Kevin McKeon as Lenny on Laverne and Shirley. I'm going to keep those just in case, but I'm going to redo this. Hi, Danny. You're back from checking mail and getting your PPU. I don't even think mine is shipped yet. What did I even fucking buy? What did I buy, Danny? Danny, remind me what I bought. I rely on Danny to tell me everything. Don't, you know? That's why your ears are burning. Exactly. All right, I am going to redo these fluid arts, and then I'm just gonna do a black speckle topper over it because I like the look of that fluid art so much better than the look with the black. So much fucking better. So let's do some live fluiding. I do have a video on my YouTube that tells you exactly how to do fluid art and make fluid art polish, which is easier than you might have ever imagined. So easy, so cheap, so lovely. Fluid art is just one of those things that I just think is so fun to do with nails, and like, it's one of those things that's so easy to do. So easy. My first Cleona! Thank you, Danny. Yes, I'm so excited about specifically that bottle. And it's a magnetic. I need to give my friend his stupid strong magnet back. It's like on the side here. The stupid strong magnet that's gonna kill me someday. Yes, you're getting it too? Hell yeah. Is that your first Cleona? Or as I like to call them, Cleona. You gotta really, the emphasis on the ha on that one. Danny, I got Danny a present, and I hope maybe Danny will wear it at bingo. You should wear what I got you. Your little shoulder gentleman. Cleona number one. Number one. There's accidentally a little like coral dot there. I feel like I'm not getting... Actually, I got really good cells on that one, so I'll probably get good cells on this one, too. I'm sure I'll find some somewhere. I don't think I, like, packed this one well enough. But we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. And I'll have 3 of them. So we'll have a good time. It'll all be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Cleonadium. I'm like my mom. My mom makes jokes like that. If you do not defeat your mom, you either die yourself or become your mom. That's a life lesson for you. There can be only one. I don't know. I like remember these like jokes my mom would say, like, and like funny things that she would do that as a little kid I thought was really funny. I thought was like the funniest shit ever. And then like getting older, I was like, Mom, this is so dumb. Why are you acting this way? And then now as an adult, I find myself doing the things that she did. And I'm like, Stephanie Grace, how far you have fallen. But no, mostly it's just like, okay, guess Mom wasn't that dumb. I was just a teenager. You want to try stamping with your non-stamping polish at your anxiety, wondering if it's too early to be discouraged. Like, just don't. The thing is that as long as you go into it being like, this is going to be an experiment and not like, this is make or break for my life, it's fine, right? You should be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. How are you? You know? Just don't go in there betting your, you know, whole ass self-esteem on it. I know you can stamp. I've seen it. I have seen it. Oh my God. P.S. I'll show a picture in a second. Hubs and I tried a taste sensation yesterday. So I was buying crackers because we had this cheese we needed to eat. And I was like, okay, let's get crackers. So I was buying crackers and I decided that I wanted to try chicken and a biscuit crackers for the first time because I never tried them. And I've always been a bit fascinated by them. So I bought these chicken and a biscuit stampers, I almost said it, these crackers. And we tried them and they're fine. They just kind of taste like somebody emptied a ramen packet into their crackers. But on the back, there was the cutest picture, which was like, it was like easy cheese, because I was looking for serving suggestions. Because usually crackers, like Triscuits, will have like, and you put like some cottage cheese and a slice of tomato and an olive. And I'm like, how do they suggest I eat these crackers? Like, what is the dip? What is the thing that you eat with these crackers? Usually crackers and many other things will have like a suggestion. And let me show you what their suggestion was, because it really, really cracked me up. It really cracked me up. I took a picture of it. Let's open this in browser. Could you, I literally just set my default browser to Google or to Chrome, and they fucked it up. Anyway, they're like, eat it with easy cheese. Yeah, that's exactly what they taste like. And I was like, all right, bitches. I guess we're going to eat this with easy cheese. And especially I showed my husband that and he was like, oh my God, I want that so bad. Because my husband, that is his taste. Is that. So let me show you. We opened that in browser and then opened another one in browser. I can't believe it opened up fucking Edge. I can't believe it's edging me. Gotta do the cooking by the book. Exactly, Danny. If your plan is hasty, I don't remember all the lyrics, but I fucking love Lazy Town, and I love that the girl in Lazy Town is named Stephanie. That's my vibe. So we got it. We got it. They must be both made by Nabisco. I bet that was good. It was fine. It was fine. We got it. And then also, you know, we got the shapes. So, hashtag quizzing. Quizzing. We had the quizzing. Hashtag. You hate MS Edge. You can't install it, right? Yeah, it's how I served. I literally served this to my friends. I was like, here. I like brought up this like cutting board with like 8 crackers on it. We also had just like a plate of the crackers and then the easy cheese. I think it might have been my first time having easy cheese. It was fine. Like, you know, it kind of tasted like what it seemed. It kind of tasted like when you have those like cracker and cheese packs where you dip the cracker in the cheese, it just kind of tasted like that. Thank you. Hashtag cuisine. The best charcuterie. You know what? Maybe next hobby night, I will do like a full charcuterie. I'll do a full like kid cooterie board. Cause also, okay, last week we watched Spinal Tap. Really fun. Had a great time watching Spinal Tap with the Discord. And there's that whole scene where Nigel is like complaining about like the bread and stuff, where he's like saying that you have to like fold the meat to get it on the bread, but that he doesn't understand that you can like fold the meat and not fold the bread. And on the plate next to him are like Oreos with like the top off. Like somebody has like unscrewed the Oreo and only left half, but with the cream. So maybe we could make like a kid core / Spinal Tap charcuterie board for our next hobby night. Cause yeah, that's what we were doing. We were doing that. And then also I was playing the Crush House on the big screen. The Crush House, highly recommended, $16 on Steam. So basically the plot of the Crush House, and let me start doing my nails while I do this. Although we need to let those dry, and it's also gonna be like, this is gonna be a pretty chill, a pretty like basic. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but I am saying it's gonna be a pretty simple process. Right? I love that part. I fucking love that part. So like, in the Crush House, you play the producer of a show called The Crush House, and you cast a cast of like from this selection of 12 people, and you have to get through the week, and the people are just gonna do whatever the people do, but your job is to like get them from certain angles to like make sure that you're like pleasing your audiences. And the audiences are like, there's normal audiences, like people who want to see the drama, people who want to see the like romance, people who are just like hardcore fans of the show. But then there's like weird ones. There's like the voyeurs who want you to like shoot them from like angles where they don't know they're being watched. And then there's like the feet people who want you to film their feet. Luckily, the feet people are fine with just like long shots of feet wearing shoes. But they do get a bonus if they're barefoot, you know? Like there are things you can do to get them bonuses. There's the ass people, which if you're on Discord and have seen my new status, it's can film some cheeks, just saying, because that's something like there's a live chat of these people who will like tell you like what they want, and like you've got to film what they want. But then there's the really weird ones. Like the phrenologists, the people who love lighthouses. So you have to have like a certain amount of lighthouses. There's like the Schadenfreude people, which are actually pretty normal, but like they'll ask you to film the toilet. There's plumbers that just want you to film like the water features and the sinks and the pipes. It's so much fun, Luna. I might stream it at some point. Lots of replayability in this game, I feel. And also, it's a horror game. There is an overall plot, and it's a horror game, and it's a lot like one of my favorite sci-fi horror movies that, emphasis on sci-fi in that one, that I do want to watch with people sometime. I will probably give away, I'll just say it though, The horror movie is called Moon. If you've seen Moon, similar to the Crush House. Similar to the Crush House. Moon is so good. I kind of want to do musicals in May, but maybe we could do Moon May. Who knows? But yeah, I'll stream it at some point. I'll just get on it late at night sometime and stream it. Yeah, it's so fun, Luna. Holy shit. Like, I kind of thought, oh, plus fake Furbies. There's things called Chorbies that are all over the house, or you can put all over the house. Like, yeah, anyway, you all know what a Furby is, but my Furby is back there. Yeah. Excellent. I'll probably do that at some point. I'm just loving it, though. I played it for my friends. It's a really fun game. The really fun thing about the Crush House is, like, oftentimes what people want to see is, like, a blurry-ass window. That will give you, like, the maximum points. Is, like, a blurry-ass window, and the chat's going crazy. I love it. It's so good. All right. Let's finish dehydrating my nail bed. And we're going to apply some base coat. You know they're upstairs somewhere. Yeah, you need your own Furbies. Oh my God. Please find your Furbies and then show me your Furbies. The teen audience loves the Furbies. The Chorbies. Specifically their noses, because the Chorby noses kind of look like boobs. Can't play a lot tonight though, because I'm finishing this Centaur mini that I'm entering for, you know, a lot of people know my mini club that I'm a part of. Every 2 months we finish a mini and show it off at a local hobby shop. The hobby shop runs the club. So I'm finishing that today, and I'm doing like a comic book cell shading style on it. I've learned so much from doing this mini. It's been really fun. You need to go through the box room. Let us know in advance if you're gonna stream, although it takes some of the fun out of it, I suppose. No, I mean, I definitely can. I mean, honestly, I might stream it sometime this weekend. But I do have a ton of minis to paint. I've been promising my friend I would finish these minis of Edward Deegan and Jack Cabot from Fallout. Because we are visiting them in game and we don't want to play until I finish their minis. But I have to design the Jack Cabot mini and print it and then sculpt a jacket on it. And I just recently, I have so many minis that I'm working on right now. I'm doing a Fallout themed Mercury from Priest for my friend who introduced me to Priest. But I need to finish Jack Cabot and Edward Deegan first. Although the person who I'm doing it for, I have done so many minis for. He's the one that I made Chomper for. He's the one that I made Dirty Jerry for. He's the one that I made Stinger, my award-winning party scorp. That is technically his mini. And more so even than, say, Dirty Jerry or Chomper. Because Dirty Jerry and Chomper, I bought myself. But, like, I was like, if you give me your Scorpion, I will turn it into the party Scorp. You never get notifications, so hit or miss for you. I totally get you. I will try at least to message you, Luna. Yeah, you should go through the box room, son. I have been really enjoying dealing with my house bullshit, and I know that that is not a luxury everybody has, enjoying doing their house bullshit. But I do think that there are ways to make things more enjoyable. I personally am a touch disabled. I cannot do a lot of the stuff that other people can do, but I have found a lot of ways to mitigate my disabilities. I now have this rolling stool in my house that I take like wherever I'm doing a activity. And I feel like I've gotten more physically fit since I got this rolly stool. Sometimes I feel like we feel like if we like get the walker, get the cane, get the, you know, scooter or whatever that we need to like function in everyday life, that like we're going to be giving in and becoming weaker, things like that. But I absolutely don't think that that is true. I think that if you need a like an ability aid to do the things that you want to do, the fact that you're doing the things that you want to do is going to push you so much harder to get out and do the thing and get active. You know, like just because you have, say, a scooter to get around Disneyland doesn't mean that you can't park your scooter somewhere for a while and go into a shop and get some walking in. But it's just that you're not going to be sitting there going like, I'm so scared of going to the mall, of going to the grocery store, because I won't physically be able to do it. You're so much less afraid of that, as long as you can get over this, you know, built-in unfortunate shame that people have of using these kind of things. Like, if you can get through that and then go live your life, you're going to be, I think, in my opinion, so much healthier than if you were just like sitting at home, utopian complexing it, being like, well, if I can't walk around on my 2 feet, I'm gonna go on walks until I can do this myself. And it's like, no, you're not. But what you are gonna do is go somewhere fun that you want to go or need to go. And so like working on my house has become like my main source of exercise, and I fucking sweat. It absolutely does perpetuate the idea of being ashamed of disability. Hello, short nail arts. And also, like, I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. Fascism is happening. It's happening, and they're not even being subtle about it. And a lot of these, you know, like, shaming of SSRIs, things like that, it's kind of going towards this like ableist fascism thing where we're connecting your abilities with your worth as a person in society. Fucked up, guys. If you don't know about this, look into it, because it sucks and it's happening, and I want everybody to be safe. Me especially, but everybody else as well. You could just say one of the guys you're working with, I think you mentioned, hung up on you yesterday, is being a little bitch and not talking to you still, is really pissing you off. That fucking sucks. Who needs a gym membership when you have housework at home? Right? We have gym membership at home, and it's not even your home gym. It's your fucking windows that need cleaning, you know? You want to do some fucking squats? Clean your damn windows. Get down there. Get dirty. All because you're upset he completely messed up the scheduling spreadsheet. That is a valid reason to be upset. And it's a valid reason to be upset about that, and it's valid to be upset that he's being a little bitch. But chaw. All right. This, by the way, is Neon Paradise by Orly from their sadly discontinued Electric Escape collection. Electric Escape, still one of, if not my favorite collection of all time. I love this collection. It's where Synthetic Symphony is from. Oh, by the way, y'all watch Allie's video, because she made a documentary about what she calls the Blurple Wars, where I made a video saying you're wrong about Indigo, saying my basic thesis in that video was, it's fine. It is fine to say that Blurple is Indigo, but don't tell people who say Blurple that they're wrong and that Indigo is correct, because historically and etymology wise you're wrong. Like, Blurple is more right than Indigo when we're talking about the color Blurple. Indigo is more correct if you're talking about like the color of blue jeans, like dark blue jeans is more correct for Indigo. But like, yeah, if you're talking about Blurple, it's wrong. I don't care if you say it, as long as you don't come for me for saying Blurple. It's Roy G. Biv, not Roy G. BB. Fine. All right. But have you watched the video, Sassy Dog Mom? Because I think you'll find you're actually wrong. The war is starting again. The war is starting again. I have receipts. That's all I'm saying. I have receipts from Sir Isaac Newton. So if you want to argue with Sir Isaac Newton. And I'm not saying, arguing with Sir Isaac Newton's valid. It's valid. Don't ever let me stop you from arguing with Sir Isaac Newton. But I just call it as I see it. I'm really just you know, a truth. Okay, here's my video. And let me also share Allie's video, because I am so fucking honored. Like, this is the dream. The dream is to be mentioned in other people's videos. That's what I want from my life. So yeah, the very beginning of this is the documentary. You bye bye Roy G. Biv rule. You're not arguing with a white man. I'm just saying that blue is cyan. Indigo is what we think of as blue. And then violet is violet. And there is no blurple on the spectrum. I'm just saying. But you know, you could go to my TED Talk. I've linked it. You can go to my TED Talk. All right. So we're gonna go in. Well, let's let this dry a little bit more, because I don't want this to be like squishy. Too squishy, especially since my little babies are like just drying. Okay, so what is cobalt and navy, and what is cerulean? So these are all variations on a theme. Cobalt is indigo. Cobalt's absolutely. What is love, Lauren? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. I get into it. I have sauces. He also made up orange. Orange is also part of this. Not made up. He also, what am I trying to say? Indigo and orange, baby. They're sisters. I don't remember. I have to watch my own video again. All right, I'm just saying. You can know what we're talking about or not. It's your choice. Other people's interviews with experts. I did not interview a single expert. I cited the interviewers. All right, alrighty. Where is my actual top coat? By the way, it's not fully cleaned and tidied, but I tidied the desk. You've never said say the B word is wrong. Fair enough. But you did say it's this, not this, which is true. It is true. They did not say blurple. That's fair. Blurple is a fun word. All right. Oh, actually, I totally didn't think about cutting first. I just get so feisty about indigo, and I have to remind myself that it doesn't matter. But that's me in life. That's why I'm doing dialectical behavioral therapy. I have a disorder called caring too much. I just care too damn much. All right. So let's see if this baby's ready to peel itself. This baby is almost like mildly ready to peel itself. It's like, there we go. Mildly ready. All right. Yeah. Recently, I've been learning more about Stoicism, and I don't know a lot about Mel Robbins, so if they're problematic, you know, don't read them. But they wrote a book called Let Them, which is basically about Stoicism. And the concept of Stoicism is very similar to like the Serenity Prayer, and also just really what we learn in DBT, which, you know, basically let me accept the things I cannot change the things that I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. And I have needed that so much recently. So damn much recently. Because people be out here making choices. And of course, I'm sitting here going, I know everything. I'm always right, actually. Actually, I've never done anything wrong in my entire life, and I know exactly what you should do. And here's the fun fact. Here's a fun fact about me. Is that I'm not always right. And I actually don't know what you should do. That's my fun fact about me for the day. So when I need to do fluid art really fast, like today, this is how I peel it off. I take a orange stick, an orange wood stick. And just kind of like slowly shimmy it. Yes, let people be wrong and loud, or let people be wrong about you. Yes, yeah. People have been so wrong about me before. Luckily, usually when somebody's very openly wrong about me, it's really funny. There was this guy that I worked with at Disney, and he was talking to a friend of mine and like voiced the opinion that I faked having a boyfriend. He's like, she doesn't really have a boyfriend. It's a lie, because like she's so ugly that like she's lying about having a boyfriend. And my friend was like, I've met her boyfriend. He used to work here, because this was an old boyfriend. This was a husbando. He's like, I've met her boyfriend and he used to work here. And like, he's absolutely real. And the dude was like, no, she doesn't. She's lying. And he's like, I literally know the guy. Like, I literally know him. And so I heard about that, and I just thought it was so fucking funny because like I don't think I'm ugly. I don't have to like defend myself to this guy, and it's all his opinion anyway. If he thinks I'm ugly, then okay, I'm not gonna date you. Like, fine. And then the guy got fucking fired for stealing iPhones. So Schadenfreude. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you, Luna. I'm so excited about these. As soon as I realized I wanted to do, whatchamacallit, this art. Fluid art. Oh, I totally forgot again. I was like, let's peel these off, and then I also need to like size them. On my thumb, I'm gonna do the one I like the least, which is this one. This is the one I like the least. I'm just gonna cut off a section. The one nice thing about going in a little too early with your fluid art is that it does often make it like a little more pliable to put on. Yeah, oftentimes when somebody's wrong about you, if somebody's legitimately wrong about you, and it's not in a way or place that's going to actively cause you harm, like, you know, somebody could be spreading really vicious rumors about you online, and that can be really harmful, and you should stand up for yourself. But if it's a guy at work saying you're too ugly to have a boyfriend, and you have a boyfriend and it's none of his business anyway, like, who fucking cares? Let them be wrong. Even if this dude was correct, even if this dude was right, he would still be the asshole for like making a stink about it. Like, if I heard somebody talking like that backstage, I would be like, wow, you're pathetic. I'd be like, pathetic. Sorry, this is out of focus. I just don't want to adjust my settings right now. I'll show it to you in focus in a few minutes when it's like settled in. Maybe I'll use my Holo Taco. I think I will, actually. But yeah, allowing people to do what they're going to do, very freeing. Very, very freeing. Obviously, there are times in our lives where we must fight. You know, like, there are certain people in the world who are doing stuff, and it is, you know, we gotta stand up. But if you know someone in your life, a friend, an enemy, a frenemy, who's just being stupid, that ain't your problem. And even if it is kind of your problem, like it's your kid or something, depending on what it is, sometimes they do gotta learn from their mistakes. There are a few things in my life that my mom kind of bailed me out of that I do kind of wish she hadn't. And it's not a ton of stuff, you know? It's not like... My mom was a really incredible parent and is, you know, she's like... My mom's an amazing woman. But no parent is perfect. And I do kind of wish I had learned some lessons that I ended up learning as an adult, as a child, or as a teen, or a 20-something. But it's so hard to just, like, allow... It's so hard at any time to just, like, allow people to, like, say, make the same mistakes you did, or just watch the people you love suffer. It's like such a valid thing to want to help. And obviously there are times when you shouldn't just let them. But yeah. But sometimes you gotta realize that not letting someone just do their thing is like, you gotta be like, what would my friend seeing me react to this situation tell me to do? Thank you. Hello, Allie. Allie, we were just talking about your video. I just want to tell you, like, that little documentary you made was so funny. That little documentary was so fucking funny and cute. And also... I am so honored that you did that. You know, I know it's just a little joke. I know it's just a little fun between friends. And also, I am just like, just fucking honored. It was so cute. It's what everybody comes here to do, is listen to me talk about my weird fandoms, imply my weird fetishes, and then talk about therapy and stoicism and DBT. This is what the people want. Oh, I should have gone and like melted the tips. I always forget, but I did forget to do that this time. Yes, it's so cute. It's important part of Nail Nation history. I'm so overjoyed to be part of Nail Nation history. So here is the first nail. Just the thumb. Just the thumb. All right. Now for these other nails, let's do a little more prep, so I'm not like here going like, I'm already got the top coat on. What am I gonna do? This one is pretty good, and I think it can kind of just be like split down the middle. We can split it. We can split. And this one is really big. And also quite lovely, and I also think we can just split it down the middle. The hard choices today have been made for us. All right, and they all look fantastic, so let's just like fucking go. I am gonna form this a little more to my nail shape though, because I didn't do that on my thumb, and it was kind of annoying to have to do everything on the nail. So let's not do everything on the nail. There we go. But yeah, that was so fucking funny. Oh my All right. All right. I ripped off some nail polish this week because I've been doing this thing to my windows. I can actually show you really quickly if I don't smudge my nail art. I can actually kind of show you. So like, I've been basically turning our house into a baked potato. I've just been wrapping it in foil because last year our air conditioning fucking broke. And so we had to decide if like we wanted to get a new AC, but our house's insulation is so bad. And so it was kind of just like, well, why would we get central AC again and spend thousands of dollars, A, renovating like the system, and B, like just, you know, the general installation, general cost of that, if our house like does not even have insulation. So I am temporarily insulating, and then we're gonna get some window units. And I'm actually quite excited about the window units because I think they're gonna be better for us than the central AC was, at least for the time being. And I think they're gonna be cheaper because like there's a lot of areas of the house that like they won't be conditioning, but those areas are not places that we're like in long periods of time. Like we don't need the hallway to be air conditioned, you know? Also, our central heating still works. There we go. Hello, Zedzi. Moving to a more modern house has been amazing. I'm so jealous, honestly. I'm so jealous. Hi, Katachi. This is you now. New HVAC or replace all the insulation? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The new AC units worked really well for you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like, yes. All of this insulation is temporary, but the thing is that our house has so many windows because we live in a house from California from the 20s, and they fucking loved their like entire walls of windows. But they're all single pane and they suck. And so we just covered them. We have like our furniture against them, and we also like covered them with curtains. So like, I'm just going to the windows that were already covered in curtains, and I am just like insulating them. And I'm just like, we're just not using them. Yeah, it's like my arm wiggle here. We got some like arm, I want to say gizzards or giblets, but that's not what that is. It's like gobblers. Literal Satan swamp. Your dad has a window unit too. Yeah, I am convinced about window units. It's like they're not as good if you need to do a whole house and every room needs to be cold. But like just say your house is fine except for you can't sleep at night without AC. There. Window AC in the bedroom. You know, and that's like a window AC unit's like 200 fucking bucks, you know? Versus like 5,000 for a whole central. Well, the reason I'm turning around is that I want to see am I out? Oh, actually, I think I know where my good cleanup brush is. I really needed it today, but I don't really want to go find the box it's in. I need to order some new cleanup brushes from, whatchamacallit? My favorite, K&I. I need to order more K&I weed whackers. They're only $5 a pop. So it's like $5 a pop and then like $3 or $5 shipping. And so I just buy them in bulk. Oh, we got a quote. Yeah, exactly. Same, Sassy. It was like the low quote for us because we also need to like renovate the entire ducting upstairs. Because for some reason, the input, the intake for the upstairs is like half the size it needs to be. So like in order to like do anything that makes sense. But yeah, so if you have any windows that like don't fully close, what I did is I got this insulation tape, which is just like it's just like packing tape, but it's especially made to be waterproof, and it's specially made so that it doesn't ruin like the paint or the wood around the window. And I've already taken it off and put it on a bunch of times, and I can tell you that except for places that the paint was already peeling, where it like grabbed onto that and peeled it off, it's been fine. It hasn't caused any more damage than the damage that was already there, or, you know, made sense for it to cause. And so I think at the end of the day, we have this like 2-story, really big house. I think it's like 2,000 square feet. Doing all the windows that we don't use. We do have a few double pane windows that we got installed later. But doing all that's going to be like less than $200. Oh, and then there's also this this other stuff too, the insulation roll. I'll show you the insulation roll. Or link it. But yeah, like I just found that going through Amazon and just like yeah. Seems that moving will be a topic of to your lovest house. All the traffic noise and vibrations will not be missed. Sadly, you have neighbors that you'll have neighbors then. We'll have an office room for you and your nail polish. It's amazing. Yeah, I will. Let me go to K&I right now. The K&I Weed Whacker is my only, it's the only cleanup brush I like. It's the only one. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. This is the KB Shimmer cleanup brush. The KB Shimmer cleanup brush I don't like because it's really thick. At least this one is at least. And it frayed like immediately. Immediately it started like, you know, doing the thing where it goes out like this. What I will say about the KB Shimmer is that it's really good for like large areas. You can really scrub with this thing. This thing is very stout. So if you're doing something like stamping, or if you're doing something like water marbling or something, and you get like a lot that you have to clean up, this is a good place to start. K&I Weed Whacker though is just, is it in stock? Yes, it is in stock right now. I'm probably gonna buy a whole bunch of them. What I would say about a K&I Weed Whacker, you're so welcome. What I'll say about a K&I Weed Whacker is that, yeah, it's so thin. It is so incredibly thin, this edge on it. And for me, an old, year-old, used within an inch of its life, K&I Weed Whacker works better than any other brush that's not a K&I Weed Whacker right out of the bag, in my humble opinion. Of course, like a brand new K&I Weed Whacker is gonna do an amazing job. But like even when they're old and gray, yeah, you have a deep C curve to your nail. You can't use a rounded tip. Exactly. I also have a very deep C curve. K&I fucking Weed Whacker. Yeah. The e.l.f. There's nothing wrong with the e.l.f. brushes, but I also will say I keep budding today. This is $5.55, and you do have to pay shipping. I don't think they have free shipping on this website, but the shipping's not bad. You're tempting your no buy. This is a staple. It doesn't count. These are cheap. Yeah. These are $5.55, so they're not bank breaking. The shipping's no more than $5, and because they're $5.55, if you buy freaking 5 of them at once, that's only like $30. Oh, only today. You're right, I can't buy this today. I can't buy this today. I mean, this isn't one of those big shops, but it is, but yeah, try to avoid processing credit cards today as well. So save these. I'll also share with you the X-Fasten tape. Only wish list today. This is the tape I'm using for my insulation. And it's not a permanent solution, but it should last you a few years. The reflective roll is also really good for if you are, if you work night shifts or just like, you know, nice long daytime naps. Very good for that. Very, very good for that. So yeah. The only one I recommend is really the K&I Weed Whacker, and then KB Shimmer if you're looking for something for cleaning up the big messes. It's a boycott day, Luna. So basically, people who want to tell the corporations that have been siding with Donald Trump and Elon Musk that they can fuck right off. We are boycotting those companies today for 24 hours. And so basically the big ones are Walmart and Amazon and all the Target and all the fast food. And my personal take on it is that, like, I mean, most people are saying small businesses don't count. You can support small businesses, go to your local small, you know, restaurants and stuff. That's fine. But I think the best way to do that, if you're going to do that, is to bring cash. Try not to use the credit card processors. Because, like, even, like, this whole bullshit, everything that's happening with our government right now, obviously I'm preaching to the fucking choir. Go to Small Mart, exactly, and pay in cash. They'll love it. It won't go, the money won't go to any, I mean, obviously they have to pay their bills and stuff, like, so the money's, you know, we do live in a capitalist society. The money is going somewhere. But I'm not trying to tell, like, the liquor store on the corner that I hate them. As we can see with, like, the eggs and stuff, the eggs. One time my mom dropped some eggs and yelled the eggs really loud, and it's been in the family lexicon now for like 20 years. Yeah. And there's also a bunch of other ones coming up in I think triggering shit, or maybe politics in the Discord. There's an image, an infographic, if you will, of who we're boycotting when. So we're kind of doing a series of rolling boycotts is what we're doing. This finger is so lumpy. This is the one I'm gonna be doing the art on, so it'll be fine, but it's so lumpy. But yeah, like, rolling back regulation is not good for anybody. And frankly, I can't wait until Trump dies in a car crash or of listeria. Because, like, at a certain point, if you, like, these things are put in place for the greater good, for the people, and no matter how rich you are the people. So unless you are literally living on a compound where you make all your own food and all your own electricity, and all of that other bullshit, this will affect you. Even if you're Elon Musk, even if you're Donald Trump, even if you have billions of dollars, you're going to not be able to go to certain countries. You're not going to be able to, you know, eat certain foods. Like, you know, Trump loves fast food. Why does he want to deregulate everything and make it so that kind of shit can kill you? Why? Buy your Mary Jane with cash today. Actually, Sassy Dog Mom, I do need to buy some Mary Jane with cash today. That is something I must do. Yeah. Like, it is infuriating. It is infuriating, A. And B, it's even more infuriating because it's so dumb. It is so stupid. I feel like, speaking of so stupid, I feel like I'm just like having a hell of a time. It's because I don't have my regular cleanup brush. Tomorrow we buy a weed whacker. Yeah, things are super fucking serious. And like, I want to get together with like Nikki's nails, you know, with Nikki. I want to like fly her out here, go out there. But like, and I want to get together with Danny too, but I don't want anybody to fucking fly. I am literally worried for people's lives if they're flying. Literally. But yeah, it's just this whole line goes up. You know, make the money now and fuck everything over later. Like, you're not gonna be there? Like, you're not gonna be there. Like, I'm so sorry, but you're gonna be there. You should watch this VOD zoomed in on slow because you suck at cleaning up polish decals. Oh, well. I really want to start making videos again, by the way. I have kind of a deadline set for the next one I want to do. But that would be a good one. There is a polished lab rat video on cleanup brushes, and she doesn't go into decals. But that is where I found out about the K&I Weed Whacker. And also how to clean up properly. Because, like, I had watched Christine's videos on cleaning. I had watched Kelly's videos on cleaning. And none of them helped me. Other than telling me it was a thing you could do. No! Look at that. It's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna smoosh it and no one's gonna fucking notice. And if you do notice, no, you didn't. You didn't notice that. Nobody smudged their decal. All right, I don't really want to do this, so I'm just gonna get back in. I'm actually gonna use my orange stick because I do prefer the orange stick. It makes a little more of a jagged cut, but it just cuts so much more efficiently. And then I'm still gonna have to get in there with a cleanup brush. I'm still gonna have to fucking fix it. Hi, Chunky! 2 views on adulting. Are you excited to buy the Weed Whacker, or are you bummed to have to make the purchase? Oh my gosh. I am excited to buy the Weed Whacker. He is absolutely off his rocker. Yeah. Your nails are filed! Hell yeah. Time to base coat. Mostly, I don't want to use the stupid KB shimmer. I hate this. And I hadn't bought a new Weed Whacker because I thought I had one in like storage. I thought that I had one on standby. But yeah. Oh, but Chunky, I'm talking about a brush, by the way. I'm not talking about a real Weed Whacker. I do not own a Weed Whacker. Do I own a Weed Whacker? I don't think I own a Weed Whacker, but I'm talking about a K&I Weed Whacker. Yeah. I don't want to actually buy it. How are you though? How's the hubs? How's the kid? Well, multiple kids, but you know the one. You know the one. Oh, yeah. No, it's just the name. It's just a cute name they give to this nail polish product. Thanks for coming in, though. I'm very excited that you're here. Let us... We're gonna melt the tip here. I am definitely suffering from my decals not being dry enough. In the end, they're all gonna be fine. Even though they're a little bit wonky, like, it's all gonna go away. It's all gonna go away. Oh, yeah. I have one of the angled ones, and I wasn't happy. It didn't last me a very long time. It was good while I had it, you know, while it lasted. And I can make this one work for me if I put most of the bristles on the outside edge, but yeah, overall, I think you're correct about that. I think you are correct. I'm just licking my finger and pressing the edge down. Coming to talk about a weed whacker, I was like, hell yeah, love some garden cleanup, but alas, yeah, no. We have a gardener. He's actually more of a groundskeeper, TBH, because we don't really have a garden to speak of. But mostly, we just don't want to have a yard that's a fucking fire hazard. That is our goal in life. Keep the house clean enough that it's not a hazard. I'm gonna smoosh the bottom even more to try to like get a cleaner edge down here so I can clean it up. I'm so excited to watch the new Drawfee fruit bat. I haven't done it yet because we had people over last night and then I went to bed kind of early. But the Crush House, so I first saw the Crush House being played on a stream by some people who are in the YouTube show Drawfee, which is like my favorite thing on YouTube. So much so that I mostly just watch that and then streams of the people from that. And they played this game called the Crush House and I really liked it. And I talked about it a little bit earlier. And then I bought it for myself and it's even better than I thought it was. It's so cool. It's so fun. I love Julia Bullshit is my absolute favorite. I used to be a hardcore Karina stan, and I still am. Don't get me wrong. I'm a hardcore Drawfee stan. But Julia is daddy. You know what I mean? Julia's number one. Julia got, like, I'm not trying to diagnose, so take this with a grain of salt. But Julia got that ADHD going. If you ever are like, I have ADHD and I want to feel validated and that I'm a cool person, like, watch a bit of Drawfee with Julia in it and you'll be like, wow, that's the coolest, most responsible person I've ever seen. And also, what is happening in that brain? What happened in brain? Hopefully if she heard this, she would not be offended. Hopefully no one's offended by it. If you are, feel free to voice. But I have ADHD. Now that doesn't make me a person who can say everything about everybody with ADHD, but I can say that I highly, the impact that Julia has had on my self-esteem as a person with like a very messy mind is palpable. Yes, exactly. The communal brain cell. Because, yeah, like I said, like, she's so competent. She's so fucking competent. And then there's things that she's just really not good at. But those things on Drawfee are, like, really celebrated. You know, like, she's really bad at remembering what characters look like from memory. And she's not very good at, like, sketching them. And they have these whole episodes that are, like, some of their best episodes where like Julia just draws things from memory and they all just like laugh about it. It is healing. It's healing. Because like, definitely I feel like there's some things in my life that I'm really amazing at, and some things that I'm like, literally an infant could do this better than me. Maybe not an infant, but a 5-year-old. And they're often like in the same wheelhouse. I'll be like so good at one thing and so bad at another. An example that I like to use is I was seeing the movie The Prestige for the first time. Spoilers for the movie The Prestige that came out in like 2012 or something, or even earlier than that. No, earlier than that, because Husbando saw it before we met. So it was probably like 2008 or something. I was watching The Prestige, and I tell the story all the time because it kind of like is peak encapsulation. But I kept seeing Christian Bale. Christian Bale is an actor in that movie. And I kept seeing that there was a character in the background who was also Christian Bale. And he was wearing makeup. He was in makeup as this like old man. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is Christian Bale 2 characters? Why is he in makeup? Was there a 2-for-1 sale on Christian Bale roles? Why didn't they just cast somebody else as this role? And that was the whole fucking twist of the movie. The whole movie, you're trying to find out how he's doing this magic trick where he's 2 places at once. And it's because he has a fucking twin who's in plain sight the whole time. And I could tell. But the brain... It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen The Prestige... I don't think that I spoiled it. Like, I don't think I spoiled the experience. I spoiled the twist. One of them. But I did not spoil the experience. It's such a good movie. You never ever talk about the second Christian Bale to the very end. Yeah. I was mad. Like, I was having, like, an inappropriate emotional response to the second Christian Bale. Because I was just like, why? 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 And at the end, they were like, here. How will they do Labyrinth 2 without David? They need to hire Tilda. You know, I think that actually, Lauren, I don't think that's a bad idea. I do think that perhaps making a goblin ruler that is just not the Goblin King, that is just somebody different. I think that Tilda could be the Goblin King. Don't get me wrong. But either casting the same role with somebody just like different, I feel like they shouldn't lean into it being David Bowie. Is my thing, because he's dead. You should rewatch 2-for-1 sale on Christian Bale. Yeah. What was I? Yeah. I feel like somebody said something that I want to reply to. David Bowie, R.I.P. Yes. One of the goblins got promoted to king. Yeah, that's a good idea. Janelle Monáe could do it too. Yeah, I do think pop star is a good idea. Tilda, great idea. Janelle Monáe, great idea. Yeah, like I think I have every faith, and this is so weird. This is so fucking weird for me to say in this day and age. I have every faith they're gonna do the best they absolutely can. Because it's, if you haven't heard, everybody, there's going to be a Labyrinth sequel directed by Roger fucking Eggers. Let's go. Director of The Witch, director of Nosferatu, which I haven't actually seen, but director of The Lighthouse. You're fond of me, Lobster. I've seen it. I am fond of his Lobster. I'm so fond of his Lobster. That man is the most poetic, historical, visionary directors of our time. And like there's only one person that I could think of that I would be even more comfortable with the sequel. And that, of course, is Guillermo del Toro. Of course, he, in my opinion, is the obvious choice. But then again, I feel like Guillermo is the obvious choice. Guillermo, like I know him. Guillermo's the obvious choice for like anything for me. I'm pretty sure any script would benefit from a little bit of Guillermo in there. I like the idea of the Goblin King being some kind of successor for Bowie's character. I think that that would be the correct way to do it, Luna. I think that'd be the right way to do it. Like, I can think of so many interesting things to do with it. And with the team, yeah. Why are you spelling it like this? But yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, yeah. But he could, you know, but that's a different one though. That's different. You don't know. Sometimes you just gotta let your phone do what's gonna do. Sometimes you just gotta. But yeah, he can do two. He can do both. Anyway, though, I'm very excited with the choice. And then, of course, producers, Jim Henson's children. If that looked wrong, you couldn't figure it out. Julia must have had the brain cell right now. Yeah. Mostly is the pant. That was very fascinating to me. But yeah, anyway, point is, I'm very excited about it. But yeah, Henson's are producing, but also Chris Columbus of Home Alone, of the films that must not be named, of Hook, I believe he also directed Hook. But very, very famous family director, and I think he does an incredible job. Like, I think that he doesn't necessarily always direct things that I want to see, but directs things that but the vision is there. You know, he makes it, the vision's there. We'll miss the pants situation, yes. Maybe Jennifer Connelly will come back as Gobby Queen. I don't think Jennifer Connelly should, because that would be kind of opposed to her arc. However, I did have a thought. There came onto me a thought, Lauren, that it would be really interesting, and I don't think they're going to go in this direction, and I don't actually think they should, but I think it'd be interesting to show somebody becoming the Goblin King. You know what I mean? Showing somebody like, or like a backstory on the Goblin King and like how he became obsessive. There is a theory that I heard. There is a film theory, just a theory, a film theory, but it's a very good one. And that's one thing that I love about Labyrinth, is that it's a somewhat simple story, and I think that there's a lot of interpretations you can have. And there's also a lot of themes and motifs and symbolism. You know, there's like the basic stuff, Sarah's hero's journey, things like that. I also think that a lot of the ideas from it are really stemmed in David Bowie's history of having drug addiction. Like, if you listen to As the World Falls Down and stuff, like, I really see a lot of his a lot of the imagery and the words that he uses, kind of like, you can see like the childhood of Sarah, and also like, say, David Bowie's drug addiction. Like, maybe not just David Bowie's, I don't know, I'm not him, I didn't know, you know, I've only read interviews, but I have read interviews. You can see kind of both of those reflected in kind of what he says in the songs, where it's like, he's like, fall into this pit and feel better. You know, like the lady who's in like the dump, like, she's living in a fantasy world, and she's trying to convince Sarah to also live in a fantasy world. And you can do that through escapism. You can do that. You can do escapism through drugs. You can do escapism through fantasy. You can do escapism through a lot of things. And personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with any of that. But you can get to a point where it will stop you from growing, where it will stop you from being the person you want and need to be in order to survive and thrive. And so I think that there's so many different facets to this movie, and it's so fun to like look in. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that there's a theory that, so like, Sarah's a biblical name. Sarah's a very old name. And David Bowie is obsessed with Sarah. But what if she's not the first Sarah? What if there's been a lot of Sarahs and they've all just actually been named Sarah? And what if he looks for people named Sarah to, you know, reenact his trauma with? And I think that's a really interesting idea. So I think it'd be really interesting to see a backstory of the Goblin King, who his first Sarah was, whether or not she's actually, yeah, it makes sense. You dated like 5 different Matts. I date Virgos, and then eventually it worked out. And you were a goblin. You need to pick up your daughter, but you plan to watch Labyrinth conversation later. Excellent. So yeah, I think that's a really interesting theory for Labyrinth. Is it backed in the movie? No. But it's not disproven in the movie either. So I think it's a theory that they could run with. I'm super excited, though, to see what they do. Let me look at the chat. You're welcome. The intricacies of goblin politics. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I feel like that's one of the big reasons that Labyrinth really stands the test of time, especially for people with interesting psychologies. Because there's so much to be learned. And when I was like really early in my in my big mental health journey, I've been in therapy like my whole damn life. But the more recent one, watching Labyrinth, rewatching Labyrinth, and really thinking about it from different, more adult perspectives actually really helped me kind of get where I am today. And where I am today is a pretty good place. So I'm happy with that. Sometimes people are like, this is what made me who I am today. And I'm like, but is who you are today like who you want to be? Should I be going for that? Do you want that? And I will say my life's not perfect, but I am in a place where I'm like happy. Hello, Carolyn. Hello. Welcome to our serious Labyrinth talk. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let me get a nice close-up of this look here. We still have a long ways to go. These are the base. This one's got a bit of a fuckery happening here. Let me really quickly just like take... Here's one thing I like to do when I fuck up my... when I fuck this up. Is just take another piece. Oh, whoops, sorry. So I just took like a random piece of stuff that was like around of decal. And I just fucking put it on top. We are not stamping on top, we are painting on top. We are painting this. We are painting the Toxic Avenger poster. This is actually open image, new tab. We are painting this on my middle finger. Oh, don't worry, Luna. Don't you worry. All right, one thing we do gotta do is I do want there to be, whatchamacallits on this. Little black speckies. Oh yeah, my little black speckies are like totally dried out. I did buy a new thing of thinner, but I don't know where I put it. I think I like dropped it somewhere stupid. I feel like I remember dropping it somewhere stupid and being like, I'll find that. And now that's not true. I'm like, I'll find that. It'll be easy to find. And now I'm like, I'm not finding it, which really sucks because I really want to use Cirque Spotted. But my Cirque Spotted is just like completely solid right now. And I either lost or ran out of the Glisten and Glow Thinner. What the fuck did I do with it, though? What'd I do? What did I do? This sucks so bad. I really wanted to use this. Do I have the Holo Taco Black Flake Topper? Because that would also do. That's not Holo Taco. Trying to remember, obviously trying to remember where I put my damn thing. One sec, everybody, one sec. I'm not even gonna put myself on mute or anything. I'm just gonna go over here and see if it's where I think it might be. Are you where I think you might be? Might you be in a location? I feel like this is the only location it could be, and yet it is not showing itself. Oh well. That blows. It's okay though. We will survive. Your mom married two different men named Chuck. It's not even like a normal name. That's not even like a name that you hear a lot. Wow. Wow. Like, I feel like I have another topper of some variety that will like actually work fine. I don't think I have the Holo Taco one, though. This do gotta dry, though. This do gotta dry. Oh, so we gotta wait for it. What the fuck did I do with my brand new thing of... my brand new thing of thinner? It was brand spanking new. This room needs a deep cleaning. A deep, deep cleaning. It was more normal than 70 years ago. Charles, before the Chucky films. I didn't even think about that. Makes me feel any better. Your wedding ring has been lost in your house for the last 3 weeks. That sucks. That sucks, Holly. That fucking sucks. Yeah, it's not my wedding ring. But then again, like y'all can see, I don't wear a wedding ring. And actually, I'm not wearing my other thing that I usually wear to mark my relationship. Because I took it off because I had to do a thing that I needed to not be wearing jewelry for. They both went by Chuck. That is crazy. Imagine going by Chuck. I will... I can even like stamp a pattern. I swear I have another thing that's like either... do I not have the Holo Taco Black Flaky? Like, I feel like I fucking might. It's just hard enough to find stuff. I do have Swamp Puppy by Zombie Claw, but it is a glow in the dark, which means it's gonna be a little cloudy. I could like stamp a pattern, but I think that the appropriate thing to do would be to just like fret about it. Just fret about it forever. Just go around going like, but why? You saw the guy named Chuck, but he retired. These people and being Chuck. Kids these days. And by kids these days, I mean old men in the past. All right, where are my brushes? Is that my brush? Okay. I don't exactly know. I don't think I'm gonna do the lettering because I just think that that's kind of a fool's errand. But we're gonna do this. We're doing this. This is what we are doing today. So let's do this. We're gonna use my favorite black, which is Morgan Taylor, oddly enough. I thought I did, but I can't, like, I can't recall. I can't recall. And, like, I would do a thorough search of my Holo Tacos to see if I have the black flaky, because I think I do, or I feel like I might, but it is hard for me to find. For some reason, I have Holo Taco blindness. Whenever I look at my Holo Taco drawer, I like cannot find a damn thing. They're all, it's exactly the same kind of drawer as any other drawer. Okay, so let's do a basic, you're tilted this way. This logo is very South Park Canadian. Let's make sure that if we need any more space, we go to this side. Because this side is more visible. And I've already gone a little too far that side. All right, it needs to be a little more flat on the side. That is the shape of this thing. It's a little flatter on the side. Might have to do a bit of cleanup on this guy. There we go. Let's see. You scooped out Trixie, so you're able to grab her to get her the carrier to the vet. As long as she doesn't try to shred you. Yes. Good luck with Trixie in the vet. Neko had such a bad time at the vet a while back, and I don't fucking blame him, honestly. That he, like, if I walk directly towards him recently, he just, like, fucking runs away. Like, if I'm indirectly approaching him, he's fine. But, like, if he's, like, lounging in the bedroom on the floor, and I, like, walk over to him, he's like, none of this bullshit, Stephanie. Oh, I totally forgot to leave, like, the background visible for these shapes, but we'll deal with that later. Actually, if I had some good punch out stuff. I could, do some fun stuff there. And actually, this doesn't have to be, this is like definitely a, kind of janky poster, so, yeah. Trish's Emma always has a vet day and will hide even if she isn't the one going to get off the bed into the other room where her carrier is. I have a bunch of stickers my mom gave me for my cat carriers, and I need to put them on. I must put them on my cat carriers. All right, let's let that dry. We got this part. And then, like, I guess what I'll do, I don't want to cut out my, I don't want to deal with the decals. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Don't make me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my favorite neon green stamping polish, which is Elf Respect by Hit the Bottle. This is so insanely good. And I'm going to paint it down in these shapes. And then if I really want to, I'm going to go back and like paint over them. But should I just like use a white? Maybe I should just use a white. Well, no, let's start with this. So I don't have to paint over it if I don't want to. But let's let that dry for a little bit. And then I guess what I'll do is I'm going to look for a stamping plate that has just some kind of like visual noise on it. That is what we're going to do. We're going to, no. Move that. And we're going to look for a plate that is visually noisy. CADS often has a lot of nice visual noise plates. This like animal print one has some decent, but I don't think that's the one we're going to end up going with. There's also some like other imagery that like I think could work. So we'll see if that's kind of the direction we go. You shut the door easily. There's no bed to hide under, so hopefully it works. Yes. You need to donate your cat carrier to your condo's trash enclosure. Hopefully someone can take it and get use out of it. Yes. I recently bought like, they're kind of more expensive, but I bought like a two hard shell like crates for my cats instead of like the soft side carriers. Oh my god, the difference, y'all. The difference is insane. Because I was just like really sick of like either my cats would like have an accident in the carrier, or I would leave it in the garage and it'd get all dusty. Like my house is really dusty, partially because our windows weren't fully sealed. This like maps one isn't a bad idea. Also, these like street ones are actually something I was thinking of. That these like the street things. This maps one kind of is a decent visual noise scenario. These stars would be good visual noise, but they're not. They're a little too nice. I'll just put Metamfim all over it. Then you'll see. You'll all see. I also feel like I could do some sort of like there's definitely something I could do with water. Will I do that? No. But I could do like water and spray in a little bit of hairspray and then just like dip it in, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me. Wait. Or I could just take a piece of, okay, nothing in there. I'm trying to think of like what I might have, because I don't just want to keep looking. Trixie's mostly black, so you hide it or something you can't see her. That's the reason I always get a colorful phone case, is because like everything in my house is black, even my cats. So like, you finished watching your PPU polishes Mama Bear, which I got is amazing, an amazing Pruggly. I'm so excited to try that. Thank you so much for remembering what I got. I love it when people know more about me than me. Because I know nothing, Lebowski. So you have a big, nice, heart-sided case. Well, you say nice, but it's old and dusty and a bit beat up. You wouldn't be able to donate it to shelter or anything. You'd be too embarrassed. Aw. Well, hopefully somebody will use it. Yeah. But yeah, the big heart-sided cases are amazing. And like, you know, I have like a little pad that goes in it, a little like mat that goes in it. And then those ones you can just take out and just like legit throw it in the washing machine. Amazing. All right. Let's do this shit. Over here. Like right here. Perfection. That looks exactly like the poster. Now we got this little triangle nose. And it is like... down here. There we go. The top's a little pointier, so in the picture, so I'm gonna just get in here and try to make that top as pointy as possible. I haven't gotten my notification either, so Danny must have, there must be something that we're waiting on. That they're waiting on, that we're waiting on. Do I have an item that I can do this round part with? I don't think I do. I think I will just have to draw this circle. Oh, but I could do like a big... Yeah, I think I will do that, actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down again and make sure I have a nice big... Honestly, the one that I did the first one with is pretty big. But I would like a bigger one. Like a nice... Well, okay. Let's just get ourselves a really big thing. And this is going over here. Okay, that isn't perfect, but we can make it perfect. I mean, honestly, it does kind of match the vibes. But yeah, that's pretty perfect now. Yes, it's housed 3 precious kitties on your vet trips over the years. None of them too happy about it. Exactly. All right. Now what I think I want to do is I want to take a little bit of these 2 greens. So these are, whatchamacallit? Plastic Jungle. And, the other one. Neon Paradise. And we're just gonna do some marbling. Thank you. To get it more towards the tone we have on the rest of the nails. Let's get some black. I do gotta do a bit of work on this nose. I want to make this nose a little thinner. Yeah. That's good. This needs a little more of the light green, and then I'm going to let it dry for, like, an age. Thanks! I am really hoping that the official, Toxic Avenger page shares this, because they have been sharing, like, every post that people make about it. And so that's definitely one of my reasons I wanted to make this. But also, I'm just so excited about this movie, and I'm so proud of our boy Macon from Murder Party. Like, yeah, that movie is just so precious to me. And also, I have a history with the Toxic Avenger. I watched it when I was a kid, and it definitely, like, made an impact on me. And I'm so excited to see Chris Sharp play C.S. Holly, whatever that character looks like. I think he's gonna be a military guy that gets shot in the face. Because I saw a picture and I thought that looks like Chris Sharp. That looks like our boy from Murder Party, Christopher S. Hawley, who is old. So I'm very excited. My goodness. Oh, let's take a little stretchy stretch. Let's take a stretchy stretch. Shall we? Shall we stretch? Ah, looking so good. And there's also going to be a little red part of this. A little red part. Which I guess I'll get, that Hit the Bottle Red I like so much, because it'll show up over black on the first try. I'm not sure where it is, though. Okay, I was sure where it was. I didn't know where it was. Ooh, and after this, I gotta finish my Centaur, and then I've gotta play more of the Crush House. I have to play more of the Crush House. Stretching and deep breathing. We love it. We love some stretching, some deep breathing. All right. So that has now had its time to dry. This, like, part is gonna be so fucking layered. This finger is gonna be the stuff on this finger is gonna be so damn thick. Nice. I want to make this a little more like perfectly circular. It doesn't need to be perfect because the poster has that stenciled vibe. You just got into playing Stardew Valley and you know you're late. It's keeping you occupied. Don't even, like, Luna, there's never been a better time to start Stardew Valley, because just a little while ago they came out with patch 6. And they've dealt with the issues that have come with it. There's never been a better time. It's one of my favorite games of all time. All right, talk to you later, Danny. I love you. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging. This little guy is so good. My little South Park Canadian. Speaking of Canadians, Cannon Frauder and Vero have been getting hacked like nobody's fucking business. And I'm sure you saw in the Discord that, like, I timed him out for a bit because in another Discord that we're in together, he just started, like, not him, the hacker, just started spamming this fake, this, like, fake link to a gift card. This is a little too far over. I thought it was doing it good. I mean, I am doing it good, but like, I thought it was different. I'm not doing it as picture perfect as I thought. It's not as picture perfect as I thought. The eyes are a little bit wonky. Wonkier, but it's fine. This is a labor of love. The original Toxic Avenger was really messed up, though. You didn't see it till you're in your 20s, if you're thinking about the right movie. You almost certainly are, and I'm sure it was super messed up. Like, trauma films are always really messed up, like, in a funny way and also in, like, a actual messed up way. I have faith that this one is not going to be... I have faith that this version isn't going to have a problematic point of view. Everything's problematic. I think you're probably thinking messed up in a great softcore porn kind of way. Almost certainly thinking of the right movie. That's very trauma. Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I will probably rewatch it sometime, but I want to watch y'all. I want to fucking watch Caravaggio, 1986, 88. Let me show you this gift set I found from Caravaggio. First off, Caravaggio has Sean Bean, and it also has Tilda Swinton in it. So, y'all. Anyway, but the important thing is, it is so hard to just go to my fucking blog on Tumblr. I don't know why they make it so fucking hard. That's a must-watch for people who like messed up old movies. Excellent. I gotta watch it again. I haven't seen it since high school. In high school, I was like, this isn't as good as I remembered. And again, I'm very, very sure that the new one is going to be better. It's got Peter Dinklage. It's got Elijah Wood. I'm trying to find this Caravaggio gift set. I love the term gift set because it sounds like gift set. So if you were saying it to somebody who's not used to like gift set, okay, so I'm not gonna share the first part, but this is blood on a hand. I'm gonna be showing blood. I'm gonna be showing some blood. So if you don't want to see blood, I will tell you when the blood is over. So this dude like takes blood off his own wound and then smears it on a young, super hot Sean Bean's face. And then they make out. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? They make out. So, Tilda Swinton's also there. I tagged it hello. Gotta watch. This is a must watch for me now. Damn, how'd they do that? Exactly. With Sean Bean's hot face. I agree. How do they do that? I gotta get off this page because I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Nothing isn't hot as is. Yes. Oh, yeah. So I gotta watch this movie. Clearly, I have to watch this movie. I hear it's on Tubi, but I'm kind of low-key boycotting Tubi right now. Not only because I hate Tubi in general, not because it's done anything problematic that I know of, but just because like their commercials are the worst. They have a lot of really good movies on there, but the commercials are the fucking worst. And I would pay for them if their commercials were not the fucking, like, I would pay to not have the commercials, but you can't. You can't do that. But also, right? Who knew? I did not know. I didn't know that Sean Bean ever sucked another man's face. Now, like, I should have probably assumed that he had. But this is important news for anyone who wants to watch Sean Bean suck another man's face. Which, me. I've gone on record as to say that that Sean Bean's my number one person in the Fellowship I'd want to fuck. I would fuck them all. Don't get me wrong. But he is the first I would fuck. First and foremost. Because, not just because he's my favorite but also because you've got a limited amount of time with Boromir. Boromir is not going to be around forever, so you gotta knock that shit out. If you're gonna fuck Boromir. We've had this discussion, it bears repeating. If you're gonna fuck the entire Fellowship of the Ring, you gotta go with Boromir first. And also, points if you bring Arwen when you fuck Legolas, because I think that's the only way to really, like, feel good. Not Legolas, sorry, Aragorn. I think it's the only way to really feel good about fucking Aragorn. I feel like you can feel good about fucking Legolas no matter what. Hulu is adding commercials back into their premium membership? Are they gonna give you an opportunity to not have them? I mean, in all fairness, let's like, I mean, not that I think that Hulu and Netflix need fairness, but old pay TV used to have commercials too, unless you had HBO and stuff. But at the same time, y'all, you know what really sucks is that Disney Plus has a commercial version. And like the Disney Channel never had commercials on it. Ye old timey Disney Channel didn't have commercials, except for its own shit. They didn't have commercials, and I'm like, why do you want to take us? Like, why do you want to go here? Well, yeah, you can cancel anytime. My new way of subscribing to services is to cancel immediately. Because they'll let it run for the month. You pay your money, and they won't take it away from you before the end of the month. Meep. But then you don't accidentally pay for 2 months, and then you have to think about it before you start do it again. I would fuck all of them. You know? Some of them are going to be more challenging than others. But they're all adults here. They're all adults and warriors. So I reserve the right to fuck anybody in the Fellowship if they'll have me. You know? It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. And that someone's me. Let me bring this forward. Unless I think of something. Oh yeah, I was gonna use. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so happy with this. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this map plate. You have commercial versions because yes, you grew up with commercials. It's annoying, but you really don't care. And you also watch cable TV all the time. Yeah, exactly. Like, in some ways, commercials are nice because you have, like, a moment to, like, step back and, like, do something else, you know? Like, my mom used to do, like, housework during the commercials. And, like, that's how she would, like, watch TV. She'd, like, do a little housework and then she'd, you know, watch TV. That was soundless. That was a failure. There we go. I think that this is just gonna add like the little bit of edginess that we need. So let me grab a black polish. Let's grab that. Let's grab this. We gotta clean it though. And then we gotta grab a scraper. Let's see. Oh, they sent an email about it, Hulu. I am so sick of line go up economics where people are just trying to milk out, like, no matter how much money they're making, they just want to milk out a little bit more. No matter how much their business is sustaining itself, they just want to, like, milk out more. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Just run a good business, pay yourself, pay the people involved. Live a nice life. Here's a soundbite. Okay, I'm waiting for it. I'm ready. And we're gonna do like... Well, I can do extra shit from other stuff. I'm gonna take like little extras that I don't use on my nail and put it on the main one so that it doesn't look like all of these. It doesn't look like there's patterns on everything else and not a pattern on this. Can I make this a little clearer? Can I make it any clearer? No, I can't. Okay. The breadth and depth of content we make available to you. Circumstances may require that certain titles and types of content include ads, even in our no ads or ad-free subscription tiers. I'm reading this like KB Shimmer wrote it. Y'all, how much was your CEO's bonus this year? Look at your C-suite's bonus this year. And then tell me you gotta run ads. On things we're already fucking paying for. These sons of bitches. Oh, that looks really cool. Really cool. All right, let's go over to the other hand. Add a few little bitty bits. Come on. I probably shouldn't have put this little bitty bit like on his mouth, but I did kind of want like a little bit of like stuff inside his mouth. Maybe I can find like a bitty bit that will just like go in there. Oh, we got to make sure we're not getting like other bits. Maybe I'll come back and like do a more dedicated bitty bit. You don't see any economy related reason that a streaming service needs to increase its fees by $1 per year or add more ads, even when you're paying for no ads. Exactly. I don't see the reason. I don't know shit. I don't understand shit. I don't get stuff. I don't understand things. I don't know shit. I don't get stuff. I don't understand things. Okay. Make it make sense. That's my motto. Make it fucking make sense. I feel like this is Japan. I feel like I've definitely put 2 Japans on my nails. Because this is like maps. These are maps here. Maybe you're blind, but they're just taking advantage of the current economic climate. Yeah, I think you're so right. I'm here to validate your opinion on this. I agree. I think you're correct. I think that people are so used to just having to pay so much. And I do think that it's eventually like going to bite these people in the ass. But it might not bite these people in the ass. It might just bite the companies in the ass. But like, I heard a story, by the way. So I knew, I was pissed off about Dragon Age and how they fired the entire team. And I knew that they did that to save money, What I didn't know was that the CEO that made that decision, they saved from firing the team and hiring people who they paid less. They saved $50 million from that. And the CEO who did it cut himself a $40 million bonus. 40 big ones. Ruined people's lives. Ruined what they had been working on for decades. Ruined faith in the franchise. For what? Your 64-year-old dad was saying this yesterday. CEO bull. Yeah, your 64-year-old dad gets it. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. And that's why we're boycotting today. So if you were like, Stephanie, your fucking take is so legit that I am going to sub to you right now, don't, because we're owned by Amazon here. We're not owned by Amazon. We're owned by Google here. What? No, we're owned by Amazon here. I have no idea who we're owned by, but they're big and I hate them. Hello? Hubs, are you knocking? No. Hubs isn't knocking, I guess. Yeah, it's good to be the CEO. Just ruin an entire person's life's work and then walk away with $40 million. And you're just like, guess you shouldn't have sold yourself to EA. Ugh. Makes me so mad. But also stoicism. They did it. Now we gotta accept it and move on. I'm gonna do one more stamp on my thumb and then clean this up. And then I'm gonna do my other hand. I don't actually have anything to do after this, really. I mean, I do have things to do, but like, it is panning out to be a very chill day today. This is not, even though I'm just doing random visual noise, this isn't the business. I'm gonna restamp that. This isn't the visual noise I was looking for. But we can maybe not clean the plate. Maybe we could not clean the plate today. Ugh. Wow. That's all I gotta say about it. Call the wambulance for me. I do like that little plus there. I need the wambulance. Okay. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Let's grab this cleanup brush. And just get in there, get everything. And let's not forget, don't let me forget to put on some freaking smudge-free taco, because I swear to God, if I smudge this shit, I was so upset. I was like, when I did the little mini Nicole on my nails for Nicole's birthday, I accidentally went in and cleaned it up, or sorry, put on top coat without smudge free. But like, I was so sick when I did those nails. I was like dying, and I just like could not redo it. I was like, this was all I had in me. This was it. This is all I could do today. And so I just had to turn them in like that. I mean, they were still good. Don't get me wrong. I really loved them, and the smudging wasn't very noticeable. Most people, vast majority, probably didn't even notice I smudged. But I was dying. I was like, I spent so long on these. Now they're fucking smudged. I should start using my other bottle of Apipola because this one's getting kind of hard to use. Also, this nail needs more... This one needs more cleanup. Alright. This might even look better than had my... Oh, thank you, Luna. Thank you. They are there, but like I said, you know, even the keenest of eyes. Oh my god, there's a thing that like frickin' Fruit Bat shared on Blue Sky. That was so funny and it spoke to me so hardcore. Let me see if I can get it. Because we gotta let those dry anyway. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah. I'm gonna save this and throw it in. Just throw it in my private Discord. Wow. Fans of an artist enjoying the newly posted artwork? The artist spotting errors in the artwork after posting it? This is me. It me. All right. Did I do the extra cleanup over here? I think I did. All right, so now we can actually go in and we can actually do our final freaking layer of top coat. Finally. I'm so excited to share these. I really hope that Macon Blair sees them and is like, wow, that was so cool. Maybe I should cast her in the sequel to Murder Party that I am certainly doing myself. Yes, you look so cute. Yeah, by the way, I'm on Blue Sky. I'm Fanaticure on Blue Sky. Fanaticure.bluesky.com, I think. I need to get a redeem for that so that people can actually just like click a link and go. I am posting mostly on Blue Sky. I am keeping my Instagram around, and I probably will post a little. I'll probably post these on there just because that's, I know that this is active there. But I am mostly going to Blue Sky. I'm trying to use Meta. I mean, not as little as possible because I could just leave. I could just not use it at all. But I'm trying to just use it less because Mark Zuckerberg is an asshat. Sorry that today was so political, but there's not much I can do about this situation, but I can complain about it here publicly. Manicam, you haven't done anything with it yet. Yes, I saw that, and I believe I followed you back. If I know you from here, I will follow you back. If I don't recognize you from here, I might not follow you back, but I am like following a lot of people back on Blue Sky. It's a much smaller community. And I've had a really nice time there. The mini painting community is really active. I've been getting a lot more likes. Even though I'm not getting a ton of likes, I'm getting a lot more likes there on my mini stuff than I was on Instagram. So yeah, you have several precious conversations on IG that you can't abandon, but you're largely staying away from IG. Exactly. Congratulations on the vet. Thank you for the resub. Thank you. 28 months. That's insane. Insanity. Thank you. I feel like that was a really weak thank you, but I meant it with my whole ass. And you've seen my ass in person. You know that if I mean it with my whole ass. I kind of want to matte this. Honestly, I kind of want to mattify. Maybe I will semi-matify this. Trixie gained a ½ pound. That's insane. That's really good. That's really good. That's so much for a little cat like Trixie. They trimmed her nails. They didn't even charge you. Great job. Not the, you know, well, great job going and taking care of your lovely cats and hand fucking feeding Trixie to get her better. No more dead cats. Oh my God. Speaking of things that are dead that aren't cats. R.I. frickin' P. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman played the senator in The Birdcage. That is what I know him from most. That's what I know him best from. And I always thought he did such a good job with that role. Such a great job. And he looked so good. Oh, the glossy looks good? Okay, okay. I won't mat it. I won't mat it then. But I'm like feeling it though. I'm feeling it. Okay, I'll do photos of both if I do. So I'm like, I like went out of focus and I'm like, yeah, let's get back in. Let's get back in. It's a beauty. I really feel like this image, like I'm so happy when I saw this image because I was like that. I wear a glasses strap so I can do that. Specifically so I can fling my glasses off my face and they won't actually fling. It would have been really funny though if I had done that and my glasses had just flown off my face. You know? If they just like across the room. But yeah, such a nail artable image. All right, and then we're gonna do my other hand because I have a polish I want to wear. They're cool shiny, will also be cool matte. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But you know, the matte might look better after they have some time to like settle. So maybe we'll just like, I think I'll take a picture literally right now. I'm gonna clean my lens. I have a new phone case, as you can probably see. If you know you're up to date on the Stephanie phone case scenario. Because both of my new phone cases that I got like 2 months ago, or my phone case and my strap, they're both like they're not falling apart, but they're visually looking very ugly. And I'm like, why did this happen? How did this happen? Why is this happening to me? That's my question. Looks so cool. It looks so fun. I love it. All right. Thank you, Fruit Bat. Thank you. Thank you. And I wanted to use one of my favorite thermals today. This is Aloy by Cadillacquer. It does not have a sticker anymore because my stickers in my fridge get like waterlogged. So I end up taking them off and it sucks because I have to remember what they're called, but that's fine. And this polish is themed after the character Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. Is that it? Is that what it's called? Or did I just say something like totally like whacked out? And I love this thermal and I think it'll just look so perfect. I think it'll look so perfect alongside this art. And in fact, when I was like planning this mani, I was like, but I could just do that as the background. But I'm happy with what I did. I think what I did is a lot more interesting. Hello, Hajna. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Zero West. Yeah. Sorry that my nails are not perfectly clean. It's just how I am as a person. Yes, I love wearing thermals. I keep mine in a fridge. And they do tend, like I had one die, I had a couple die before I started using the fridge. And don't trust Cirque Colors thermals. They're fugly sluts. Those ones can be dead on arrival sometimes. I mean, any thermal can be dead on arrival, but sometimes it's... Sometimes there's a pattern. Wow, that was like such a thick glob I just put down. There we go. What base am I using? I am using Orly Bonder base coat. I love Orly Bonder base coat. It's a good base coat. I have done tests with base coats for their stain resistant properties. Because some people will say this doesn't protect against stains. And while I don't fully disagree, I wore my stainingest polish with 4 different base coats, including one that was advertised to be stain resistant, like to stop your nails from getting stained. And on my thumb, I didn't put anything down. It was just straight on the nail. And what I will say was that there was not a notable difference between any of the fingers with base coat. All the base coat nails got stained, but I was able to like kind of take like a cotton swab and some cuticle remover and buff them out, and like that worked. That worked to remove most of the staining. My thumb, however, it like you could see where the dye had seeped into like the ridges of my thumb. Like I buffed my thumb. I like totally buffed it, like with an actual buffer, the way you're not supposed to do. And it was in. So base coat does protect your nail from staining to a point. And it doesn't seem to matter what base coat it is. They'll all do it. Was that the drying thing? What are you talking about? What was the first? Oh, that was my dehydrator. This is Glisten and Glow Dry and Prep. I love this stuff. My nails take well to nail polish. Yeah, Fat Bear Sun. Fat Bear is my most staining one. My nails don't necessarily need this, but I still use it and I love it. But what I will say is that I've had people who do have issues with oily nails and polish not sticking, and they also swear by this. So I like it as a little extra protection, extra preparation, and my nails tend to last quite a while, even with very extreme use. Even though I wash stitches and do the 3D printing and, you know, do all the housework and stuff, they last as long as I generally want them to. Sometimes they don't, though. Sometimes you just have a fucking accident. You can't blame the polish or the prep for that. All right. Let's go in with Aloy. If you're ever wondering about my process, the video that I made with all my favorite like staple products pretty much does that, and none of my staple products have changed since I made that. Maybe this weekend I'll write that new video. Go back. And then next week or the week after, I'll film it. It's another curated collection. Which I do not get a good number of views on. But the people who love the curated collections really love the curated collections. And I really love doing them. So, like, I've decided to really go all in on my nail polish and YouTube and Twitch hobby as a hobby, and just really try my best to not see any of that as a business. Because honestly, I've kind of gotten to a point in my life where, like, I don't really want my job to be my passion, or rather my passion to be my job. I could definitely see myself getting a job where, like, the job was my passion. Like, if I went back to Disney, I could see that. But in the future, I'm probably gonna get just like a day job at a game shop, because I used to always think that'd be a fun thing to do, but I always felt like I wasn't, or like a hobby shop. Like the hobby shop slash game shop is kind of the same thing around here. For my hobby, at least. But like, yeah, I pretty much just want to be able to go into work and then come home and do my thing. I think if the day job isn't soul crushing, day jobs are really underrated. I really needed thinner for this, by the way. I know they say do what you love for a job, but like you want to be able to do what you love to relax, not to work. Exactly. And like I feel like this idea of like do what you love and you won't work a day in your life, it's harmful on a number of levels and demeaning on a number of levels. You found your channel because YouTube recommended your Midsummer video to me, and I said, ooh, what's this? I'm so happy, Holly. I'm so happy about that. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. Yeah, nowadays I'm very confident I would be great at a game shop, especially because a lot of times I'll be asking people about like mini painting stuff, especially at my favorite game shop, actually. At my favorite game shop, I swear nobody ever knows shit about mini painting, even though they sell tons of mini painting supplies. So I'm like, y'all need me. I might not be able to like tell you where everything is, or like not, I will be able, you know, that's training, that's basic training, but like I might not be able to like give you the best opinions on like everything, but like I can definitely help somebody looking to like start mini painting. You still love your job, but you're over it at this point. Yeah. But yeah, like I feel like for one thing, like there's certain jobs that I'm sure there's things about it that are like that people love to do, but like we need people to do jobs that are like, you know, garbage person, like, you know, sanitation worker, fast food worker, you know, things that aren't glamorized. And like I just feel like it's so demeaning to be like, you gotta love your job, do what you love, don't be like those people, you know? Like that's so demeaning when like we need those people in our society to survive, and they're doing like they're doing a good thing. They're adding more value to our world than any CEO. They're doing so much for us, and yet we like use them as an example of what not to be, and that's very stupid. And also just like, yeah, what if I don't want to have a bunch of stress surrounding the thing that I love to do? What if I want to do community theater and really enrich a community and have a great time with people I care about and run children's programs that I don't get paid for? You know, like what if I want to do that kind of shit? Like it's bullshit to say that like it's not worth it to do if you don't get paid for it, and that the people doing jobs that are not glamorous jobs like should be looked down upon or aren't living their best life, you know? Like it's so demeaning. Have you thought about an art supply store? Too bad all the larger ones are owned by cult leaders. I haven't really thought about an art supply store. I didn't realize the larger ones were owned by cult leaders. That's fascinating. I'd love to hear more about that. I've thought about Michael's in the past. We do, though, have a lot of hobby shops around here. And I know a lot of the people who work at them, so I feel like I would have a pretty easy in. And also already know people, you know, already have like friends. Like there's only one hobby shop around here that I go to where people don't like know me by name when I walk in a lot of the time. We're going in with Glitter Grabber on this one. Because it needs to be grabbed. And everyone will have their job, and that's okay. Society needs all of us. Yeah. Like, I love individualism. Clearly. I love individualism. And, you know, the American dream of doing what you love. And I don't think that that needs to be tied to finances, to financial gain. That's what I don't love about the American dream, is it's all about fucking money. It's all about money. I'm sure you've all heard about Joann's closing. I have heard about Joann's clothing. I'm really upset. I was actually having like kind of a moment when that happened, because I was like, where am I gonna get fabric? And then I remembered, luckily for me, there's like a fabric store. There's like an independent fabric store near Knott's Berry Farm, actually. That like when I actually want fabric, I usually go there. Hold on. what was your emote mean, Fruit Bat? Yeah, it's really upsetting. I guess I could scroll over your emote and see what it means. I don't need to guess. They have names. Except for I can't see it. Cheering. Okay, yes. Thank you. All the craft stores near me are closing, either moving or going out of business. It sucks so hard. That sucks so hard. I think for me, a craft store would be like, or an art supply store. There is a place called the Art Supply Warehouse that is drivable for me. It's like not that close, but it's like the commute wouldn't be murder. And that place is pretty cool. But I like with like a Michael's or something, I'm like super intimidated by the size. Like I don't want to work somewhere that I'd have to walk that much around the shop. and stack things so high on shelves. That seems like the worst to me. All the hobby shops in my area, actually I'm not sure about one of them, but most of the hobby shops in my area are looking for employees, but there's something I need to do in my life before I start applying for jobs, and I don't know exactly what that's going to be. So I will apply after. This is Aloy, much more vibrant in person. Maybe if I removed this green, I don't know. Much more vibrant in person. That's lovely. You love Art Supply Warehouse. If it wasn't so far, you'd want to work for Art Supply Warehouse. Yeah. It is, yeah, it's even further for you. Seriously, you can't buy powder online. You'd be able to see how it feels and stretches or not, etc. Exactly. Exactly. Let me open my tiny fridge and put my tiny bottle in my tiny fridge. You're gonna go on your side, actually. You're gonna go on your side. There we go. I did it. I did it. All right. Here is the look for the day, everyone. Here is the look. You work in the nonprofit sector for now anyway, and it's rewarding, but the pay isn't great, and you're comfortable and can pay your bills. That's all you care about. That is amazing. Yeah. People should be able, without busting their ass or being born into wealth, just like pay their fucking bills and retire at a decent age. That's all. That's all we need. That's all we need. Live a decent life and be cared for when we are old and or sick. Thank you. I am so happy with these. I really hope that, what's his name is happy with these. I hope that Macon Blair Senpai notices me. Macon Senpai. Reblog. I don't know if he runs that account. He probably doesn't, but he might actually. Making Senpai notice me. Share me to your Instagram story. You can't really work right now due to some family issues, but if I was able, you'd totally do it for free. You'd love to watch babies or work in a cute retail place. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing too, is that there is a possibility in the future. There is a possibility that Hubs and I might actually open our own store. If we opened our own store, it would be mostly hobby supplies. And then it would be a 3D print. It'd be a place that either, we haven't figured out the details because it's definitely not something that we're thinking of doing soon. But like a concept that we have is either that you would like place an order and we would 3D print, and or you could like rent the 3D printer for the amount of time you needed to print. And I think that'd be super fun. I think that'd be a super cool thing to do. And then run like 3D printing classes. Things like that. I smudged this one a little bit. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me for this really TED Talk filled day. I have a lot of TED Talks this week. I've had an oddly fantastic week, actually. Oddly fantastic. A lot of not great things have happened in my life this week, but I have handled them all with grace and poise. Like my middle name is Grace or something. And so I'm pretty happy about that. And our house is getting insulated. It feels great in here. I'm not waking up freezing anymore in the mornings. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. All right. We have bingo. We have bingo on Sunday, 4 p.m. PST for the East Coasters. That is 7 p.m. East Coast time. EST. I don't think it's actually standard time right now, but I don't want to say PDT. That sounds dumb. That sounds dumb. So we have that. And then next week we will be watching on Friday. We will be watching A Mighty Wind finally. And then after that, we're going to watch Bernie with Danny because it's one of her favorite movies. And it's also a mockumentary. So I'm excited about that as well. I've never seen it. So it'll be great. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care of yourself and all that other fun, exciting stuff. And I will